Today we are going to learn about one of my favorite areas of study, animal behavior. And we're going to do it through a really fun animal that you've probably overlooked. Squirrels. Why squirrels? Squirrels are abundant in many areas of the world. So we're going to use squirrels to understand the concepts of animal behavior more in depth. We're going to go over what animal behavior is. I'm going to give you some additional activities on the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club, and we're going to talk about how scientists are studying squirrels using Project Squirrel. Let's get started. I'm Dr. Stephanie Minka, a wildlife biologist for 20 years, and I am on a mission to get you outside, curious, and connected to nature. This video is for the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club series, but it is meant for everyone. Once you get outside, you'll see that you benefit physically, mentally, and emotionally. You're also going to help out the plants and animals around you. Let's begin with this week's video. Animal behavior is basically the study of what animals do. You're probably thinking about chimpanzees or other primates, but you can apply animal behavior to any living organism. When I was studying elephants, I went to animal behavior conferences, and I was so surprised that most people studied animal behavior on really small things. Some of the leading scientists on animal behavior were conducting studies on animals like water striders. Water striders are the insects that you see on top of streams and other bodies of water. And you wouldn't think an animal like this has a personality, but there is variation across individuals. Animal behavior covers a huge range of topics. You could study how animals interact with members of the same species, their approach to mating, how they forage for food. You could study questions about animal intelligence. There are so many different questions when it comes to animal behavior. We're going to learn about animal behavior through the lens of squirrels. Why squirrels? Here in the United States, you can see squirrels in most places. You might even have something that attracts them. You might have a bird feeder, and squirrels are maybe visiting your bird feeder all the time. By doing the activities in this video and submitting your data to Project Squirrel, you're going to help real scientists understand squirrels. You might be thinking, don't scientists know a lot about squirrels? No, there's still a lot of information to find out about squirrels. Sometimes it's our most common abundant species that scientists know little about. In Project Squirrel, scientists are trying to understand the ecology of mostly 3 different species of tree squirrel: the gray squirrel, fox squirrel, and red squirrel. You can participate wherever those species exist. And even if you don't see squirrels, you can still participate and submit data, because understanding where an animal is not present helps scientists understand where they are present. Scientists are trying to understand why different species live in different places. Let me give you an example. For the past few years, I've been living in Illinois, and I mostly have fox squirrels in my backyard. But previously, I lived in North Carolina, and there were mostly eastern gray squirrels in my neighborhood. So why are there fox squirrels where I live here in Illinois, but not where I was living in North Carolina? That is exactly what Project Squirrel is focused on. So when you start observing squirrels and submit your data to Project Squirrel, you're going to provide information that will help scientists understand the factors that are influencing where these different species live. I'm going to go over some really quick differences between these 2 species. If you're in the United States, you're most likely going to encounter gray squirrels and fox squirrels. Gray squirrels are smaller, and as their name implies, they tend to be gray. Fox squirrels are larger, and they tend to come in a variety of colors. Now let's go over the kind of data that you're going to submit to Project Squirrel. And if you enroll in the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club, you're going to get an ethogram, which is a data sheet that scientists use to record different behaviors. This is a bonus and not something that you're going to submit to Project Squirrel. But this will help you in your animal behavior observations. The kinds of things that you're going to record and enter include information about your observation. So the date, the time, the location. Identify the species and provide a photo. They're going to ask you questions about the different tree types around you, but they don't really care about the tree species that much. Rather, is there squirrel food around? Is it seed bearing? Is it cone bearing? Nut bearing? Then they're going to ask you questions about other sources of potential squirrel food. Are there garbage cans? Are there feeders? This helps scientists understand the impacts of humans on squirrel populations. They're also going to ask you questions about squirrel abundance. Does it seem like there are fewer squirrels or more squirrels than last year? And you're going to answer questions about cats and dogs. Dogs and cats are wonderful pets, but to squirrels, they are predators. For bigger squirrels like fox squirrels, maybe cats are not much of a threat, but dogs for sure. They can definitely kill squirrels. And there'll be some questions about hawks and coyotes in your neighborhood, which are wild predators. Make sure to keep your cats indoors to protect wildlife. Those are the basic questions that Project Squirrel is going to ask you. It is super simple. You are going to upload your data through scistarter.org. It's a very simple data sheet. Anybody can do it. If you don't have squirrels around you, you can do the same activity using birds. Of course, you cannot submit it to Project Squirrel, but you can upload your data to eBird. You can also just do this for yourself and put it in your nature journal. Speaking of birds, I have a lot of videos already to help you conduct behavioral observations and identifications on birds. So now is a great time to revisit those videos and brush up on your birding skills, because we are going to revisit birds, focusing on projects that study birds during these upcoming winter months. You'll get the worksheets to accompany this video when you join the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club. This is my exclusive club for parents and their kids. You'll get to interact with me, a real wildlife biologist. So if your child loves wildlife, but you just don't know how to nurture it, or maybe you just want to get your family outdoors more, join the Wildlife Biology for Kids Club. I have endless inspiration for you to get them on targeted activities so they get excited, they get connected to nature. They're the ones making discoveries.